To talk more about that and more broadly about Europe's strategy towards the Islamic Republic, we're joined in the studio by Belgian MP Theo Francken. Great to have you with us. First of all, let's talk about the potential prisoner exchange with Iran. What is your position in that? Would it be right for Belgium to free Assadollah Assadi in exchange for Olivier van der Kasteel?
My personal position is not the position of the Belgian government, but my personal position is that the price is too high. Assadollah Assadi is not nobody. He's really a terrorist asset, diplomatic asset of Iran, of the regime, of the Ayatollahs. And the price is way too high to that exchange. It's very difficult. There are other means, there are other possibilities to higher the pressure on the Iranian regime. For example, taking all European ambassadors back from Tehran, other increased sanctions, other possibilities. We have to explore those. But the exchange, that's really a problem. And we have debates for months, more than 1 year. We're debating about this in Belgian Parliament, and of course it's awful. It's an NGO worker who was kidnapped, so it's awful for the family. And I really understand the struggle and the fight the family is going and the struggle they're having, but. When you see it from perspective, I think that the price is too high.
And of course, holding dual citizens hostage is one of the tactics by the Islamic regime. I want to talk about your report because it's about the EU and NATO's position towards the Islamic Republic, one which has evolved over the years ever since the US quit the nuclear deal, the JCPOA. You write about inconsistencies in that strategy and how that is harming the fight against Iran.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the European Union, the position is now that we really want to give JCPOA a chance, but we see that there's no way that will work. So I think we were very naive in our strategy towards the regime in Tehran. And now, of course, we got elections coming up in the States. We have a lot of problems with kidnapping of European civilians. Iran is delivering drones and weapons to Russia to attack European citizens in Ukraine. So also the position of Iran, of Europe towards Iran is shifting. We're doing more sanctions. Negotiations in Vienna, they're dead for the moment. But I think that we were very naive in that strategy, and we need to really have a firm point of view towards Tehran, because it doesn't work. We saw it also with the revolution. Masa Amini died, and there was a lot of uprising in Tehran. The reactions were very soft and way too soft. When I see that, I think that the West really has to support the revolutionaries and the people who are coming to the streets and want regime change in their country, in Iran. And I think that's the main goal we have to do as Europe. Then you have NATO, of course. That's some other thing. Our Western alliance, also there, I think we really have to do everything that Iran will not obtain a nuclear weapon, and we need to really higher and increase the pressure on the regime, also with NATO.
And there is a perception that the US is leaving the Middle East, that it is no longer interested in pursuing policy in the Middle East and is pivoting towards Asia, as it has been for some time now. You write that the Europeans don't have the luxury of doing that.
No, I think first of all that I don't know this is the right strategy of the states. I doubt it seriously, but I'm not an American citizen, so I'm a European citizen, and for me it's clear that the vacuum was now with the Americans leaving or having less interest, that we with European citizens and with European politics we need to fulfill this gap, to fill this gap as soon as possible. So that means that we really have to put more effort in the Middle East and our contacts in the Middle East, and really also with Israel, for example. So that's I think one of the biggest challenges for the next European Commission. We have European elections next year. There will be a new Commission within 1 year. So it will be one of the biggest challenges. Is really to have a firm and clear Middle Eastern policy, because Middle East, for example, we're getting off oil and gas from Russia. and even Israel is giving a lot of gas to Europe. So we really need to put more effort in the Middle East policy and speak with one voice. And that's always a problem in Europe. We're not speaking with one voice. So that's I think the biggest task for the future.
And of course, Israel is at the forefront of efforts to contain Iran. Israel is the country most threatened by Iran. Tell us a bit about why you're here. Are you here to discuss how Europe can support Israel in that fight?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm invited by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and ELNET, so I'm very happy and to be here 4 days. And it's about talking about geopolitics. We visit the frontier, the border with the Gaza Strip today. We saw the tunnels of Hamas. It was pretty impressive, I can say. I'm here really to. With a couple of, which I think more than 10 European parliamentarians, we were invited to really show our sympathy and our support for Israel. And I think it's very important because the image of Israel in Europe, in a lot of European countries like Belgium, it is bad. It is really not positive. There's always more sympathy with the Palestinian cause, and I think that's strange. That's I don't understand, but I think it's a good thing that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is really putting effort to invite European leaders and young leaders and parliamentarians to see it with their own eyes. What are you doing? Israel is a key partner. Is very important for the West, for Western Alliance. We're having good relations with Israel for more than 30 years, also with NATO, and I think we need to emphasize that more. Israel is a key country in this region, is pro-Western, and that is, we have so much to learn, but also so much to cooperate with a country as Israel. And I think that sometimes we, in European Parliament and in Belgian Parliament and European parliaments, we always focalize on the conflict with the Palestinians. But I think it's very important to always also see what economic advantages we can have to collaborate more with your country and with Israel. Yeah.
Yeah, the economic opportunities always seem to lead the way, don't they, in any relationship?
I hope so, that will be the future of our relationship. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Theo Francken, thank you very much indeed for coming in and talking to us. Thank you.